As we have now multiple elements in our design file, um, let's see one of the commands that we use a lot, that is called level display. Level display is access. I can move it, dock it. You can see, you can dock it, right? I can pin it, I can remove it, or bring it down again, right? So, or make a float. Now, what is level display? Level display, it will show you the levels that are being on display here. I can just group it by left click, or the levels being used, right? Now, as you can see, none of them are used. Why? Because we are highlighting on my test file that is blank. Remember, these are reference files. So let's check the levels that I use on this particular reference file. So as I click it, now these are the few levels that my geometry file contains. I can group it by use, and then I can just display it off, display it on. As you can see, different elements are getting display off in view 1, right? I can activate and set on all the other ones, right? Or I can say just on the view, right? So these are the levels you can see that are being used there. Okay? I can select all of them, deselect some of them, or I can do a right click and say all on, or right click all off, and every element will disappear. All on. Now what about my bridge? And more elements are being used, and I can just, with the shift key, display some of them, or right click all on, and I welcome you to experiment with some of the commands like off by element, all except by element. This is how these elements will work. Okay, depending on the view display, global display, certain views apply to open views. So all these open views will just be on display. Okay, and now to activate all on, not only on the active view, but in all of them. And if I go to this view only, I can also do the same. Nothing happened here. And apply to all views. Right click all on. And apply to all the views too. Right. So this is the level display. Right. Another buttons that we can use, we are going to discover later, is the properties. So the properties, again, is another dockable dialog box in which if I select an element, now the selection is here right now. If I select an element, I can see its internal properties, not only the level symbology, but all the other properties that these elements may be composed. As we have more elements, not only cat elements, but here, for example, going to select an element of the bridge, like this barrier, I will see more properties regarding the bridge itself. Right? So, and all of these are added automatically by the software. So this is the properties of this particular element that I am selecting. Okay, so now I think we're ready to start exploring internally how OpenBridge works.